Hey guys, it's Lemon Angel. In today's video, we're going to be doing an analysis of Black Licorice Cookie. And this video is going to be a bit different than all of my analysis videos because rather than following a story, I'm just going to be talking about him and instances that prove my theories. So let's just go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to read from the Cookie Run Kingdom wiki. Then I'm going to tell you what it says about Licorice Cookie. So it says, Licorice Cookie is presented as a sardonic, scheming villain with an ego that is simultaneously large, fragile, and likely fabricated. He is prone to gloating about manufactured triumphs and competencies, but complains at the slightest inconvenience. That is so relatable. Just complains at the slightest inconvenience. Yeah, that's just relatable. And then it goes, however, perhaps his belly aching is partly warranted. This spellcaster has forever lived through a streak of bad luck, never seeming to accomplish his goals or acquire what he desires. I do feel bad for him because it really does seem that he never seems to get what he wants. And even though he works really hard, he never seems to succeed. And then it goes, indeed, even in his early life, likely left much to be desired, seeming to have been raised in the Dark Cacao Kingdom's Licorice Village, a shabby town to begin with. Licorice Cookie's young, hopeful efforts towards wizardry were dashed by a gross lack of respect from his peers. I feel terrible for him because no one believed in him, and he really wanted to become a wizard. And it did not matter how much he tried, no one seemed to believe in him or even acknowledge his accomplishments. And this destitution of belittlement of his childhood forced him, now embittered, down the path of forbidden black magic in a desperate search for both power and misplaced self-worth. He is such an insecure character, guys. I mean, all of his sense of self-worth were shattered because no one believed in him. No matter how hard he tried, he never felt a sense of accomplishment because absolutely no one cared. No one believed in him, no one cared, and he never got the respect that he deserved, and that caused him to go down a path of darkness. Along the way, he fell in with the Cookies of Darkness, and the rest is history. He joined Bad 4, and he actually managed to make some friends. And even in his new life path, Licorice Cookie struggles with recognition of his merit from both those around him and himself. His harebrained schemes to hinder the good guys always seem to fail, and many of his co-workers actively dislike him. Not that he likes any of them either. A large proponent of scorn towards Licorice Cookie is no other than Pomegranate Cookie, who finds a way to admonish him for his pathetic nature and meager opinion in their master's eyes. Subsequently, Licorice Cookie particularly despises Pomegranate Cookie, as she embodies success and closeness to his idol that he will never be able to reach no matter how hard he tries. And his jealousy towards her is poignant, despite his general low opinion. Poison Mushroom Cookie has taken an affinity to Licorice Cookie in a sort of younger brother sort of way. Licorice Cookie outwardly expresses annoyance with Poison Mushroom Cookie, but it is clear that he will do more for them than he will do for most. Other outliers are Schwarzwalder and Batcat, who see him as their boss and tend to listen to what he says. Though he is often seen as a bumbling fool at worst and inconsequential at best, this ragged reaper's prowess over magic is evident. He's able to conjure sentient minions from nothing in his licorice servants, seemingly raise the dead at will, and rile the entirety of the Licorice Sea's monstrous denizens into bloodlust. Even then, his feats of sorcery are interpreted by higher-ups as merely meeting the bare minimum requirements of usefulness, and his enemies often don't take him as a serious threat. So he is this incredibly powerful character, and yet no one takes him seriously. I mean, just imagine what that has done to his confidence. This guy has some serious low self-esteem issues, and he's incredibly powerful, and I feel like if he got the attention that he deserves, if he got acknowledged the way he deserves, he would become a serious threat. The only thing that's holding him back is himself, really, and his beliefs about his magic. And here comes a really, really sad part. It says, though Licorice Cookie has committed some heinous deeds in his line of work, it is likely that what he truly wants is for someone to acknowledge and care about him. Here's more of what it says. It says, Licorice Cookie is a sneering, black magic casting minion of Dark Enchantress Cookie who wants nothing more than to prove his naysayers wrong and gain power and respect. His efforts hardly ever result in success, though, and he's written off as pathetic to many of those around him, a fact that will forever make him seethe and hold grudges. Maybe someday he'll finally be seen as worthy. And I really do hope that one of these days he gets the respect he deserves. Because this character, like, everyone in the game talks down about this character. Like, all his partners talk down about him. Dark Enchantress Cookie probably talks down about him, most likely. Pomegranate Cookie does not like him, even though he's incredibly powerful. And it's so sad how everybody treats him as, like this weak character who doesn't even do anything for them, even though this character is incredibly powerful. And frankly, he's probably the most loyal character there is. I mean, think about it. He's been treated terribly from the start, and yet he still stays with the Cookies of Darkness. If he's being treated that terribly and he's still with them, think about how loyal he is to them. Like, if they were to actually treat him right, and if they were to help him reach his full potential, he'd become an incredibly powerful character. And here's some more of what it says. It says, from a young age, Licorice Cookie dreamed of becoming a wizard, but never received the recognition he so rightfully deserved. He did deserve it, though, because he had a lot of potential to become an amazing wizard. And eventually, he turned to the forbidden arts of black magic. And he had to do that because he wanted to become a wizard. He wanted to use magic, but no one would ever give him a chance. And with time, Licorice Cookie assembled a small army of chewy licorice servants raised to do his bidding. On his dark path, he met Dark Enchantress Cookie, and the might of the sorceress astonished Licorice Cookie, and it didn't take long before he swore allegiance. Now the Cookie is working flat out to earn his new mistress's favor, and it seems like Dark Enchantress Cookie is not easily pleased, as Licorice Cookie's diary is filled with everyday rants and complaints that could fill up a library. That statement's actually canon because it can be found in his character description in the game that he has a diary with everyday rants and complaints that could fill up a library. That is canon, people! And it's funny, but it's also kind of sad because he really does have a right to complain because no one ever takes him seriously, and he deserves to be taken seriously. And here's something that I find interesting. It says, Licorice Cookie is a sickly thin cookie of average height and ashen dough. Sickly thin. Does this character perhaps starve himself? So overall, this character not only has his confidence completely shattered, but he's also incredibly lonely to the point of befriending a rock. And he flat out goes, "You're not like the other rocks, are you, Rocky?" And then he literally is projecting his problems onto this rock and becoming this rock's friend, and he stands up for the rock when other people talk down to it because no one stood up for him. And this all happens in the Last Cookie Standing TV show. I say it's not a TV show. It was posted on the Cookie Run Kingdom YouTube, but it was made out to be like a TV show. And that was supposed to be something like funny. But like you can see like his issues and his trauma being projected through that because he's been taken away from the only people who care about him and has been placed with a bunch of people who do not like him. And so he's like, okay, I need some kind of support here. So he literally befriends a rock, and everybody feels bad for him. I say everybody. Most people feel bad for him. Other people judge him. Everybody judges him, but some of them actually do feel pity. But he literally ends up befriending a rock and projecting his trauma and troubles onto the rock, and he ends up trying to help the rock through the problems that he's put on the rock. This guy needs therapy. Every single character in the game needs therapy. Seriously.
How dare you trip me? Huh? You're not like the other rocks, are you? Oh, what's that? You'd like to join the Cookies of Darkness? All right, from now on, I shall call you Rocky and... Oh, wait! Is Rocky allowed to? He could use some training.
Sure. You can bring the rock.
The name's Rocky!
The light will protect us!
Yes, please protect Rocky and me. Minions, cover the rear. I hope Fat Cat and Schwarzwalder are okay without me. Oh, Rocky, I can't wait for you to meet them.
It's Taco Warehound Brute!
I volunteer as tribute. Rocky is a little dense, so we'll just cheer you on over here. Good luck, team.
Did you happen to find an immunity necklace yet?
What? Such a thing exists? Rocky, get over here. I've got a job for you.
What's Rocky gonna do? Sniff out the immunity necklace?
You don't know what Rocky is capable of. Are you going to let her talk to you like that? You see that, Black Cookie? That stone-cold stare says it all. Ah, isn't it nice to have some alone time once in a while? Just you, me, and the beautiful ocean. It won't get them first. Well, they're not gonna do that to me. Rocky, I feel like you're not listening to me. Talking to you is like talking to a brick wall sometimes. Rocky, answer me! Fine! Just leave me alone, then! Rocky, I'm sorry! I take it all back! You're an amazing listener! Please forgive me! Huh? The immunity necklace! Only a smart cookie like me could find the island's most coveted treasure. Yeah, okay, Rocky, you helped, I guess. But I'm the one who found it. Got it? Me!
Anyways, that's all for today's video, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!